Hey guys, my name is SickaBOT1. Welcome back to the Kirby's Dreamland Collection, Kirby's Dream Collection Marathon in Kirby Superstar. Today we're doing Dyna Blade. Dyna Blade is another pretty vanilla Kirby game, in all honesty, and it's very short, I think about 20 minutes in length. There is one thing that... Oh, I should probably let that play, actually. There is one thing that this adds, and it adds a bit of an overworld, as well as a couple secrets to find. Just a couple, though, but you'll want to get them, just for the sake of pride and accomplishment, you know. Hello, flowers. Oh, apples. That explains nothing. Yeah, no, you don't need to explain copy, because we used that in the last game. That's a thing we did. Anyway, let's play some Kirby. Let's play some Kirby. Plunked into a vertical level, I see. Very unorthodox. This is just like Mario 2! I know you were waiting for that comparison. And... not much to comment on, I suppose. It's your standard Kirby fare, like I have said. But this time our goal is to kill a bird! Those birds have taken too many fish. We need to stop them. Take that, Staraptor! Ah! Parasol is a pretty versatile power-up. I mean, we've used it in Kirby's Adventure and Kirby's Dream Land 2, but... like, pretty much every power that's in this game, including ones that are returning, get a little bit more out of the control with this game. Obviously, it's a Super Nintendo game as opposed to NES or Game Boy, so you have more opportunities and such. You can normally just tilt the control stick in most any way and get it to do something a bit unique. You can grab people with certain powers, you can do different tricks. It is very much appreciated, and even though I do ultimately prefer Kirby's Adventure over this game, I do think that this was a much-needed and very much appreciated addition to this franchise. More powerful hardware can do more. That's really something I feel is put on display more throughout the third, fourth, and fifth generation, and even the sixth, than lately. I mean, and stuff with new consoles today, yeah, the stuff does look better. Looks less dated, but I don't know, it's not really as impressive as... I know it sounds like I'm just ragging on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and let me be clear, I have a PS4, and I do like it a lot. It's a neat console, and I should get more games for it. It's just that I feel like there was more impact with the way consoles were evolving back in the day than there is now. But I don't know. I don't know why I got into that rant. I didn't really need to get into that rant. I even neglected to talk about the statue feature. Yeah, you touch a statue and you get a power. It's kind of an innocuous feature for now. It'll come into play in one of the later games, but for now it's I guess kind of a simple way to get a certain power that you need. It's more useful for boss rooms, where it gives you the choice between a few different powers that you could potentially use to fight the boss. Those I like. But they kind of become integral to the gimmick of one of these games. It's one of the last ones. In fact, I think it is the last one. Anyway, give me the cutter power. Thank you. Yeah, even the cutter power, you just slice them and dice them up close like that, instead of just throwing blades all the time. Hello. Hello. Also, Banjo Kazooie is in Smash! Okay, I should help you. So... that was a proud moment when I saw on the Nintendo page. I didn't see the E3 conference live, but Banjo Kazooie in Smash, Jesus Christ. And the funny thing is, I had just beaten that game about a week prior, so... before, it was a game that I didn't really have a chance of playing because I didn't have an N64, I didn't have any Xbox consoles, now I do have the original Xbox, and we'll see later down the line if I want to do, when I get an Xbox 360 or Xbox One. Oddly enough, I'm more interested in Xbox One, but I'm getting off track. Basically, I can't even remember what I was saying. I turned people into food, and that's a thing I can do. We got a bonus game. Just fill the meter. Well, yeah, Banjo Kazooie was the first game I got when I got my N64, which was back in September. I did kind of drag my feet playing through it, especially when I got to Rusty Bucket Bay, which was very unforgiving because it has a bottomless pit, and when you die, all your notes reset, which is a pain in the ass, but I did it. I beat it 100%. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not dealing with stop and swap stuff, especially since I don't have 2E. Maybe someday. But I really enjoyed Banjo Kazooie. I think that's what I was getting at. Banjo Kazooie, I really enjoyed it. And so I feel like because I had recently actually experienced the game for myself, I could then appreciate just how monumental it was that he got into Smash. Obviously Microsoft has been playing friendly with Nintendo lately with the cross-console support for Minecraft, I think, maybe other games. That kind of blew my mind. That kind of blew my mind. But I guess Microsoft has never been a huge rival to Nintendo. I don't think they have, at least. In fact, I remember hearing about, like, when the 7th generation was just starting out, that someone from Microsoft threw Sony under the bus for the $600 launch price of the PS3 by saying that for that money you could buy both the 360 and a Wii and still have money to spare. At least a little bit, but yeah, that is kind of funny. I've always seen the rivalries as kind of between Microsoft and Sony because their consoles are most similar to each other, and Nintendo doesn't usually stick to conventions, I guess. Not since the Wii, at least. Okay, so I guess Nintendo and Sony were rivals, at least at first. Like in the Nintendo 64 versus PS1, they were definitely rivals then. But ever since, I think, the Wii, not really rivals anymore. Anyway, this is one of the switches here that unlocks a little bonus room. We'll get to what that is later. And there's 2 of these in Dyna Blade. You can tell where they are, where they're going to be, basically, if you see a line, like a small segment of a line jutting out from the world that you're about to enter. So that's the thing to look out for. Also, the secrets are not really that difficult to find. In fact, I remember where the second secret is off the top of my head. Although it is somewhat well hidden, but it's more of an, oh, okay, yeah, I can try that. That's a thing I can do, and unless you know how to find the secret yourself, you're probably confused out of your mind. And I don't blame you. I'm having more to say than I thought I would. I said I was going to talk about my job. Okay, basically, I work for the claims department of a moving company, and I don't do any actual moving myself. I'm very much an office employee. I'm not blue-collar in the slightest. I've heard the term white-collar, but I think that's just the name of a TV show. I don't know if that's actually a term that's used to describe office workers. But if a customer, like if a mover breaks something during a move, the customer files a claim, and then have to deal with it after the fact. Make sure everything's in order, make sure all the money's going where it's supposed to be. Dispute if I need to. That's kind of, in basic terms, what I do, but I obviously don't want to explain too much, because if I do, that's more personal information, but I can explain briefly what I do. That I don't mind so much. Oh, okay, I forgot about that. Anyway, Wheel. Wheel is actually one of the most similar to past games. I don't think there's really any added effects that Kirby himself can do, but there is a cool little secret you can do with this. Maybe not a secret, because it is kind of required in one of the later games, but can ride a wheelie. And Kirby gets this cute motorcycle helmet, and I love it. The attention to detail in Kirby games, even the ones that are 16-bit, is just fantastic. Super Nintendo was Kirby's console. Like, any console... I mean... okay, come on, I need to do... That's what I was doing. Okay. Any home console that Nintendo has released, I think the SNES was definitively Kirby's home console. Like, I guess you could make an argument that the Wii was, because it had 3 Kirby games, well, really 2, and it had this collection, but Super NES had Kirby Superstar, it had Kirby's Dream Land 3, Kirby's Avalanche, I think it had an exclusive Star Stacker game in Japan, and it had Kirby's Dream Course, which is a fun game, but it's a little too difficult for its own good. I always got a kick out of whenever the Game Grumps played it, though. So, yeah. I was only really able to beat it through save states on the Super NES Classic, which, odd choice to include a Kirby spin-off game over Kirby's Dream Land 3, but I guess that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes, and I hope that lagging that I'm seeing on my computer is not indicative of what the actual footage is going to look like. I really hope so. I'm playing off my TV for the record. Oh, and we got enemy. This is another gimmick of this game. You can encounter enemies on the overworld. And they're pathetic. Bye-bye! Bye-bye! Speaking of Mario 64, I got the Shindo edition of that game. I imported it from Japan. One, because it is much less expensive than getting a North American copy for some reason, even though this version of the game wasn't very successful. And 2, because Rumble support. I don't care that it took out the stair glitch. I don't care. Rumble support is worth it. It's hard for me to imagine the time where... Excuse me. It's hard for me to imagine the time where there were any N64 games without Rumble support. That would be the fighter, Christina Aguilera. I think it is very much worth owning, even though I already have it on Wii Virtual Console and the DS version, which is much better than people care to admit. They only complain about the D-pad controls, and they're not bad! But this is not Mario 64 gameplay. This is Kirby 60... This is not even Kirby 64. I don't know why I'm saying that. Okay, that's... Okay. You know what? I'm gonna get this plasma. I remember when I first played this game, I thought this power was completely... Okay, how do I get out of here? Thank you. Just by pressing the... okay, I'm not trying to land back on you. I thought this was useless because this is what happens when you just spam. What you're supposed to do is click the D-pad all around and charge it up. Look at him go. And then you got varying levels of power, and by varying, I mean 3, basically. Get the pea-shooter. Okay, you got 4. Never mind. Yeah, that's just enough to kill a naughty. And, naughties... They're cute. One thing... I'm not a huge fan of this particular game, but, Kirby Battle Royale... It's a fun game. I haven't beaten it yet, though. I haven't really found the urge to. But one thing I do appreciate about Kirby Battle Royale is that... Okay, you know what? I don't want to keep jumping on you, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn you into Spark. So, one thing I do appreciate about Kirby Battle Royale is that it's not Fortnite. And also because they gave the sleep ability an actual purpose. I don't know if I have explained this in a previous video in this series. I probably have, but just bear with me. And I really liked that they did that. They basically made Kirby a sleepwalking zombie with pillow-based attacks. And it works out pretty well. It's a nice novelty, and I think it was added as free DLC and wasn't initially in the base game, but it's fun to work with, I think. It's very fun to work with in a game that's otherwise kind of repetitive, and that's kind of why I haven't felt the urge to fully finish it yet, even though I did buy it close to launch. But I'm sure I'll get there someday. There's also the fact that right now I'm on more of a console kick than I am a handheld kick. Mostly due to me getting new consoles, well, not new, but used. Even the PS4 I bought was used, PS4 Slim. And I guess Scott the Waz says the PS4 Slim is the best looking PS4. Okay, good. The Pro also looks nice, but I have no use for a Pro. It's more money for features I can't even use because my TV isn't good enough to use them, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. PS4 Pro. I got PS4 Slim. Originally, it's okay looking. The Slim model. I just like the looks of all the Slim PlayStations. All the PlayStation remodels, basically, except for the PS1 redesign. It's just called PS1 as in O-N-E. I thought maybe they look fine and like interchangeable, but no, I like the way that the PS1 looks much better, and I actually got to see one in person and touch it. I take my consoles very seriously. I was at a used game store today, and for some reason, this particular store has a ton of, like a little table full of broken consoles that you can purchase. I think you can purchase them. I don't know why you would, but you can. Obviously, you're there up front about it, and they're not trying to deceive you or anything. But yeah, it's weird. And there was a PS1 there, an original PS1. Looks so nice. I really appreciate the look of PlayStation consoles. I just appreciate the look of consoles in general, I guess. Super Nintendo, great looking console. Wii, pretty good looking console. Wii U, I think it's a good console that people give way too much shit, but it's not a great looking console. Like a while back, I did do a bit of a tier list of what I thought of the looks of consoles from the Big Four, and by Big Four I do mean Sega in that. I consider Sega to be important in the console business, like a hell of a lot more important than Atari was after the 2600 or TurboGrafx-16, which people say is not a bad console, but it was not successful. Those one-ups that keep building up. Why don't I just go from one story to another? That's how you know that I'm actually feeling sharp. I was wondering how sharp I was going to feel, because I just got done watching the premiere of the video I did with Sean and eating dinner, so I thought, okay, I'm going to feel tired. But no, I'm actually feeling okay. Even with the knowledge that I'm going to... Okay, what the... I am not touching anything. Okay, I wanted it to go longer. I wanted it to glitch forever. No, I didn't. That's a lie. I'll submit that to Great LP Moments. Contact Jennifer Gay, I think it is. Yuki means I'm sorry, I forget your name. I'm really sorry, Jennifer. Or even if you're actually the person I would need to contact about putting stuff on that channel. Or even if you're a part of that channel. I don't know. I'm sorry. Just keep going. Spin around. We got ice. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got ice here. I did not watch Game Grump's Kirby Superstar series because I didn't watch it all during the JonTron era. But yeah, that's a moment I like. The moment about ice hair. I'm just gonna throw him across the stage. Hello. We fire an ice. Hello, snowman. Snowman the snowman. Okay. I kind of forgot about this puzzle. This isn't where the secret is. Okay, Chili, you're gonna kill yourself. Thank you. You're a moron. You are a moron. What the hell? You attacked me from off screen, and I don't appreciate that. That is one thing. In Kirby's Adventure, just breathing fire and being a fireball were two separate abilities for some stupid reason. Now they're the same power, because that makes sense. Makes sense, because... yeah. That is one thing that Superstar pretty much objectively does better than Kirby's Adventure. It actually gives more powers a purpose, and I know I explained this earlier in the video. But I just think it bears repeating. They did a great job Just making these powers more versatile, more exciting to use, more than just one-trick ponies. Especially useful in fighting bosses. There's the difference between the NES and the SNES, of course. Yeah. Just gonna make everything water, which is not good for a fire type like me. Not fire type. Okay, okay, hello. Give me the bird. The bird is actually not one of my favorite powers, but I think we should use it. Okay. I mean, what's the point of flying? You could already do that. You're Kirby. Okay, yeah, you jump down. That's why you do the dive bomb. Anyway. I will have definitely already seen it by the time this comes out, but I'm planning on seeing Toy Story 4 tomorrow, and I'm hoping it's good. I have actually heard pretty good things from people, even those that have said that it shouldn't have existed because of how the third movie ended. And let me just give my opinion on that. At first I was in that crowd, oh, there's nothing really to say, but then I thought about it, because I can say this now because Toy Story 3 is 9 years old now. The third movie ends with Andy giving his toys to another child. So, obviously there are more things that they can do outside of the low-effort shorts that they normally do with Toy Story, I guess. What it kind of signified to me was a start of a new life for the toys. I mean, that was at least my takeaway from it, and I don't know... Sorry. I don't know how Toy Story 4 goes. I don't really know what the plot is, other than there was a fork. There's a fork toy, which... Laugh at that all you want, but I think it's actually kind of clever how it kind of nods to the creativity children can have in trying to make their own things out of whatever they have lying around. So there's actually kind of something heartfelt about that, maybe. Heartfelt? I don't know. Something kind of innocent and wholesome about that. Instead of just buying mass-produced toys. I don't know why I'm sounding like a back-in-my-day person, because I really don't want to be like that. I know there's not a lot of differences between me and Gen Z. In fact, I found out the other day that I'm probably one of the last people born in Gen Z, because 1994 can be considered one of the cutoff years. Did I say it was part of Gen Z? No, I'm a part of Gen Y. I'm pretty sure. Millennials. And that's weird to me that my brother, who was born like 2.5 years after me, can be considered from a different generation than me. Even though we grew up together and had... I don't know. But generations are just weird in general. Ow! Okay, please don't. What was I talking about? Okay. I was talking about generational gaps. Like Toy Story 4. I was talking about Toy Story 4. I'm excited to see that. I am very excited to see that. Interestingly enough, like, you might know that Juan and I started a series where I guide him through Skyward Sword a while back. We haven't recorded in a while. We're trying to get back into that. There is one recording that has not come out yet. I'm just gonna say, where Juan asks me if I'm excited for Toy Story 4, and I say, I wouldn't say excited. No, that's BS. I am kind of excited. I'm not so excited about having to go to a theater for personal reasons, but, yeah. But I'm sure it's gonna be good. People have said it's good. I'm gonna trust their word, because honestly, I don't think Pixar has ever steered me wrong. I've said this before. Oh, did I miss the switch? I missed the switch. Pixar has never done me wrong, not even with The Good Dinosaur, not with Cars 2, Cars 3. I like those movies, okay? They make good stuff. They make good stuff. Even Brave. I like Brave too. Highly underrated Pixar movie. Anyway, let's find the switch. I know I said I know where this is, but I must have missed it. I don't know how. Okay, here it is, in this room. You just go to the left and the door's there. I don't know why I missed this, but I did. In some of the later Kirby games, you're like exiting a stage undoes your progress, but not here. You can, just exit to the map right now, and everything is still there. So let me explain the thing I just got. This is the copy power, which right now is going to seem like one of the most pointless powers in the game. And for a lot of it, that is true. You come up to an enemy, and it does weak damage if it doesn't have copy power, but if it does have one, you copy its power. Something Kirby can already do just by swallowing the enemy, but, like with the trophy things, it actually does come in a little bit handy in one of the later games. Not a lot, but it's something. I guess we got Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot... Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled just came out. People are saying it's alright. I have never beaten the first one. I have it on my PS3. Haven't beaten it. Bumped to my computer. I plan to one day. See what happens when we take Crash into Dyna Blade. Anyway, this is what Dyna Blade looks like. He looks like a bird, and this is giving me epilepsy. No, it's not. I forgot about that. Jeez. Hey. Hey. Oh, okay, I was unsure if I could swallow these, because I usually fight Dyna Blade with a copy power, but... the thrilling fight where I got rid of 2/3 of her health, because she is a girl. That is... Okay, can I get out of here, please? Thank you. Talon power is annoying as hell. Yep, no. Ah! I hit her Talon! Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, this can't hurt me. Yes, it can. I don't know why I thought it couldn't. It's probably for the best that happened, because that would have been a very boring fight if I just took that victory from the Crash power. Crash Team Racing. Okay, I got my water bottle. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight this Boyd. Right? Yep. Bird. A natural enemy of fish, along with sharks, bears, that kind of thing. Kind would not like this game because it has a bird in it. Okay, I can clear that, and I can guard by holding the R buttons. Now you can tell where the control in Smash Brothers came from, kind of. That's only partially a joke because HAL does develop, or, okay, HAL did develop Smash up until 3DS and Wii U, but, Masahiro Sakurai all the way. And who created Kirby. And I can't tell what face Kirby's trying to make there. Like he's desperately pushing the guys away after killing their mom, given the Wispy Woods. Okay. The children should not have to pay for the sins of the parent. That is the lesson we have here today. At least that is the lesson I am taking away from this. Dyna Blade. And people are stopping upstairs. They have always done that. And yet I signed a lease for another year. To be continued. Alright. I'll have to take your word there. And for that, we unlock Revenge of Meta Knight. However, that's not the next game we're taking on. Next, the next few uploads are going to be of the Great Cave Offensive. The big one. Probably the most infamous game in this game. In this collection. Take care.